Good morning, how y'all doing? So I got the word that Joe Biden is going to Tulsa, Oklahoma to mark the 100th anniversary of the massacre. And then you also hearing so many people saying they never were taught about this in school, how schools were whitewashed, which is true, how even in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was never mentioned, fear of retribution, etc. But see, Tulsa, Oklahoma is a small print above on racism in this country, which has never been taught properly at all. And if you use Tulsa, Oklahoma, then you got 49 other states that have stories as well. And to think that it's just isolated, back in the 90s, the movie Rose with John Singleton, the director, late John Singleton, directed the movie. Think about that. That happened in Florida. White woman falsely accused. That man turned the whole place upside down. It has happened over and over and over again. Just like how the government with Mitch McConnell and all them turkeys want to block 1619 from being taught in schools. You see, it's funny how you can made to feel sad when you hear about Anne Franks and Jews and Hitler and everything, and that was horrific. However, what was built to build America off of black skinned Africans, etc., it's like, how did these things come to be? You cannot ignore evil and not expect karma. There is a spiritual, psychological reality that's happened, including within the pandemic, that has opened eyes beyond. It is the mental debris. It is the debris of racism and hate that has continued to spew negatively. And see, you could sit there and parties and you need to compensate people. I said everybody needs to be paid for reparations, African descendant people, period. You need to have better education, better medical, wealth, health gap closure. You cannot call it United States of America if you're still doing Jim Crowism and you're legalizing segregation. And you can't throw all these penitentiaries up and incarcerate like you do at these insane rates. You see, cannot have that kind of disparity. There are black folks who have good, legit, strong money. The NFL needs to get on board. Major League Baseball needs to get on board. NBA needs to get on board. More than just a Michael Jordan logo and imagery, you need to get on board. Hollywood needs to get on board. And you need to right wrongs. This karma is not going away. And what you're seeing with the police, racist cops that you see who keep on killing black folks and whatnot, it's an offshoot of the Jim Crowism. It's passed down like a recipe. You see. And let me tell you what they've done. They went from being the Klan with white sheets over them to three-piece suits that became officers, became other people to infiltrate these communities. They went from the Klan to pushing the crack. That's how they helped destroy the black community, which there's never been equal footing. You can never have equal footing if I take away before you have a chance to fully prosper. And you've created a separate wing. Black Wall Street had to happen because there was not a balance at Wall Street. So once you understand the history of this country, which wasn't that long ago, the inceptions, and you see the massacres, etc., you see that it was to destroy the very foundation that they built their riches off of one race's misery. That's how you get white privilege. So Tulsa, Oklahoma is a blip to the bigger issue of racism and the proper. And until that is ever told properly, they will keep on laying in that debris because it makes more money off of black folks' misery than to ever include and to ever tell the truth. And I'm going to tell you like this. The United States ain't never going to tell the truth of how legalized lynching and genocide has made them prosperous. But their day is coming. The karma is coming. And all lip service till they sign that money, until they acknowledge their past and put it in writing and change from their wickedness, you're going to see more of the karma coming. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and you are seeing the lip service is one thing, the actions is another. But there has never been equality in black and white in America. It has not been. Not because you were living good in the burbs or living because you this or that. Just psychological. There's always that elephant that stays in the room.